Hi everyone, I am Prasad Amonkar, real estate consultant and real estate coach. Many years I have seen people starting this business of real estate. They want to become a real estate agent, a broker, a realtor, and within a year they vanish. Almost about 87 to 90% of people fail in real estate business. They cannot take it ahead. What are the reasons? Okay, let me tell you one example. Vinesh from Goa, he was working for a company. He wanted to start real estate business long back. He found one plot which almost costing about 40 lakhs. Eventually he got a buyer as well. Quite lucky he was. What happened here is, initially he was coordinating with the buyer and the seller over the phone. The seller was from Mumbai and the buyer was in Goa. One fine day, after getting that confidence, the buyer asked for the contact number of the seller. And Vinesh, being a new person, new entry into real estate market, he gave the number of the seller to the buyer. And after that happened magic. Vinesh was never informed about the coordination, the communication which was happening between the buyer and seller. Not all the buyers and sellers are same. Anybody asking for contact number of the seller, not necessary that they will bypass you. But 99% of the time, a person asking for the contact number eventually may bypass you in the entire deal and you will end up getting zero. So this is eventually not good for the buyer and seller as well, because it doesn't end into a fair deal. Now, keeping that aside, what happened over here is both the buyers and seller communicated between each other. The seller came to Goa after all the due diligence done by the purchaser. They went into the property, they did the survey, they made the sale deed, and on that sale deed, Vinesh came to know that it happened. The sale deed happened and he came to know at that time when both the buyer and seller disappeared from the entire deal. It became a magic. It was a magical moment for Vinesh and he was surprised. He was cursing both the people. Now it doesn't make any sense. After the entire deal is over, you are not supposed to curse anyone. It is your responsibility, it is your professionalism that you stick to your policy. So if someone is asking you for a contact number, rejecting that ask in a better way is always required. Now how? You can make certain policies for your company, and this has to be told to your client in the first instance that these are the policies of my company. Even if you are a proprietor of a company, of your own business, you need to communicate this to your client. You may have some declaration signed by the customers, and if they are not doing it today, you don't expect them to do it tomorrow. If they are not agreeing to your terms of brokerage today, then not necessary that they will agree for it tomorrow. So that's a sign for you. Deal with clients who are your clients. They are with you and they trust you and you trust them, and they know that you will get them a good deal. Because when this kind of communication happens between the buyer and seller, there are 99% of the time both will not inform you. They will make a sale deal, they will disappear, and you will end up in getting zero. You will get demotivated. You will think that all the clients are the same. You will eventually go out of the business. One of the story I wanted to share with you, not necessary that all the buyers and sellers are same. Many buyers and sellers will communicate between each other through you, keeping you as a medium, because they know that you are a very important element, you are a very important person in the entire deal, because they know that you can get them a fair deal. This video is for both, for buyers, sellers and the realtors. Thank you.